And now I will try to produce electric engines provided by train resources, or let's say provided by train resources a bit, because this is already provided by molten iron mostly, with then being transformed into pipes, steel and gear wheels. That way I get engines. I might also try to produce the same thing again if I think that I need all those engines for blue science packs right here. So I might just copy that whole thing and also copy what it's being provided. Maybe even try to design that a bit better. Design how these things are put into place. How about I just do that now? Just copy this whole thing, maybe even with those roboports that have a certain position. And then basically just put that here. Everything in the right place, hopefully. Or at least almost the right place. I might still do some little changes. And also provide this with power already. Obviously not yet with resources, that would require getting the molten iron here and building these factories. And maybe I should actually go there and start working on that. So there are still a bunch of modules and machines missing. And I guess I don't really need a station here. That leaves me some space for other things. There's also no station up here. And not even on the right side. Also these beacons can go, giving me some stuff back. I guess I could have done that a bit better, but I don't care sometimes. So where would the roboport here be? It would be 4 spaces further to the right. Could I do this without messing anything up? Would I move all those factories 4 spaces to the right? I guess I could for now. No, I don't think I could easily move them. Also, one thing is that I could have more beacons there. So if I do anything, I would have to make the beacons, the roboports fit into these slots above the assemblers. Basically, I'm asking also the wrong questions. How about I just remove some parts of this slowly? Or copy all of this and then have a little blueprint that I store in my inventory. just in case. That's the only inventory blueprint that I have at the moment. And then I will remove most of this in little steps. Oops. This just created a bunch of water. Okay, now this needs to go there. And this needs to go there. And now I can try to build this in a place, for instance right here, that might fit. And then I don't have to worry about the roboports not being in the right place. And then I can remove these roboports. No, not this one. Specifically not this one, but these two. And now everything should be in the right place. Now I just need to provide the inputs. And I will have to reconfigure how exactly I get the inputs in there. So I guess pipes will go in the green, onto the green belt on the outside. I'll certainly use 6-to-6 splitters, and I might just copy that whole thing somehow with these underground belts on the outside. This might not yet be all that I need, but mostly all. Most of what I need. And this will just be the pipes. I need more pipes of more than the other resources, so it's good to have a lot of them there already. So this will be like that. I might just mirror that. Might just copy that. Problem is that there are so many outputs and some of them are not even fully useful. I might just also use a balancer here. And I'm not even sure if that many things can be produced by this one machine, even if I add more beacons there. And this might be just there. And then I might just add the balancer up here or there. Okay, and then one output might have to go around. Might even for the moment remove these ones and just have something like that down here. I guess it might be a bit overkill to do it like this. So only for the outside green ones I will have the pipes. Just need to provide these things in a good manner. I don't really know how to do this efficiently. So the way I'm building it right now, I think I might move everything down a little bit. Or at least this whole thing at least 3 blocks down. And then I'm not wasting a few more belts. Still wasting some belts, but not too many. Not as many as I would waste right now. So this could go there, this could go there. This can be moved down. And this could be moved down. You would have thought I would have been run over by the train, but luckily I have a mech armor. Almost wanted to say tech armor, which might also be fitting. But I guess that's not what it's called. Oh no. Didn't start enough new researches. So I will have a short gap in there in the research history. But I guess in the long term nobody will care except my perfectionism. That isn't really there because most of my designs look quite broken by design. And there's probably never anything you can really build in a perfect way. There are always trade-offs. Whether it's fast or compact or efficient, resource efficient. So this is the pipes being provided. Then I might have something on the right that will provide For instance, gear wheels. And I don't know about the steel. I hope one machine will be good enough. Might this time put the iron gear wheels. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, the iron gear wheels go on the outside, so it's basically the same. The iron gear wheels will go into the blue belts. I will not yet start anything. I will first build all of these machines, and later I will provide the molten iron. So I'm not sure where this will go exactly. Theoretically, I might also move where the splitter goes. Basically, build these two parts separately. But how about I just have this like that? And this then might be the steel, or yeah, maybe no, maybe the gear wheels instead. This will be the gear wheels. They will go. Oh yes, gear wheels. I just thought the steel, or the thing that goes through the middle, basically only needs one, or only needs one per module. I call this a module, this whole thing, because this is basically a copy of this or of this. But yeah, I only need 3 steel lanes, as you can see maybe up there. This is the one steel input, this is the other steel input, the second one, and this is the third steel input. So most of these are not even utilized. Most of the lanes that I could provide. I don't even know how many electric engines I want to produce. Actually producing them will probably be another challenge, so I will already provide the station wing for lubricant that I'm not yet producing, I think. I need to check if that's the case. There's no lubricant train, at least not on this planet. Probably also not on Volgora. There are no trains yet on Volcanus, and no serious trains on Gleba. Gleba only has artillery trains just because I never wanted to use the standing artillery turret. Okay, and then I will have this part separately. Not sure exactly how I will rotate this. Possibly just like that. And then this will be steel production. And then I only need to... Well, I could remove some outputs also here, saving some belts and inserters for the environment. Probably I might copy this and paste this here. And this doesn't need to be, or I don't know where it needs to be. Probably it needs to be somewhere at some point. Okay, this could go around in this case. And then I only need these two outputs from the bottom. Okay, that's the steel then. I could already start producing things now. Just need to provide the molten iron from the top. And I don't think the extents are big enough to need pumps. Okay, this is a problem. However, I might just ignore the problem and do something else. So now pipes will be produced. Not sure how fast, but the inserters can keep up. So this is the ground level production of this whole thing. I don't think it can be anything any faster than that. I might produce or use productivity modules in here to not waste molten iron. Basically that's the same here. Steel doesn't need productivity. I have high enough productivity for steel by research. So now I just need to connect the steel and also give it the molten iron, and then connect the gear wheels, which I could just rotate to save some pipes. I guess I should connect this first. This just needs to go here. I didn't yet connect all the gear wheels as well, so maybe I should finish that before I start anything new. This needs to be blue. And apparently blue is much shorter than green, obviously. I could also make this underground. Okay, that is connected. I might as well now connect the molten iron so I don't have to deal with that later. I don't know how to do this properly. Probably like that. Thank you for following. Frogs is taken. So this needs to be connected there. Where do I go with this? I guess I don't want to go behind the rail supports. Always, if I remember that I have research, I should always remember to make new research. This is the gear wheel production in full flow, at least as full as it can get. I wonder how many full belts that actually would be in the end. Anyway, now I will provide the steel. This should be fine. And now I just need 3 of these steel lanes. And now with this, it will start producing engine units. This is the second one of these production facilities. I guess it's good to have a dedicated production facility for each different item, if it's easy enough to produce. Then I don't have to think about how they share their items. And now they will produce fast enough, hopefully. I guess they will all just fill their belts. Oh, this is here. I am thinking about just killing the spawners at some point. I think I was there at some point and then I tried to kill them. Maybe the guns didn't focus, or maybe I just tried to do that remotely. The laser turrets don't really shoot at the biter spawners since they were captured. I don't know if that's supposed to happen like that. Anyway, I could now try getting lubricant from somewhere. Also, I will already name the station green stuff, dump, and then this will be dark green. Might already put a train there. Might remove some logistic bots that I picked up at some point. And other trash. Anyway. Need a fuel station thing. Might want to upgrade the bulk inserter in that blueprint at some point, because I don't really carry normal bulk inserters with me anymore. And then I guess I could just copy from the sulfuric acid station how these fluids are dumped out. How does that work? Yes, okay, it does work. And I guess this one pipe is also missing back there, even though it doesn't really matter that much, but just for making it make sense. If there is a tank, it should also be filled by this side if it has an output on the other side. Also, this isn't necessary, so it is not necessary here. Obviously, I don't have any lubricant yet. At least no lubricant that's going into a train anywhere. This is my oil station. I guess lubricant is here. So it would make sense to have a station right there. I hope everything fits. Obviously some belts and pipes might go boom. So I need to think about that. Let's just go there. Also, I should have some accumulators with me. Not anymore. Okay, it's to the left. Right there. I wonder what those construction bots from the base are doing, if they are not just able to fly in and place these things quickly enough. I first have to go there myself. So apparently this pipe isn't making it through. I need to do something about that. How about just moving by one block? This should be fine. The belt is not fine, or is it? The belt is fine, actually. It's really fun how that fits in there. And I might even be able to get the station in there. So I just need the... I guess I don't have the pumping station anywhere as a blueprint, but it should be somewhere around here. Maybe this one. This one should be a functioning pumping station. Just need to copy it correctly. It works on the front. Basically here. And maybe the lubricant that's coming in might have a problem. But I can fix that in a moment. Or how about I have it there and also just get it through like that. So the lubricant that's produced in this factory somewhere, right here, by non-legendary factories. I will have to upgrade this. This is still from the time when I first had wonderful new qualities. And I didn't yet upgrade everything with that. But yeah, all the tanks should be full in a moment. So that doesn't take very long. And of course I will need a fuel chest and a train for starters. This will be icons, lubricant pump up. I guess it will also be green. That's not green. Might just have lubricant trains as a group. I should try to not forget to group all the trains that I can find somehow. And then lubricant pump up, full cargo. Don't really need to do anything here anymore, so I can just go into the train and drive along. Dump. Empty cargo. I guess it will now go. Good. Now this train has a new job. I wonder what kind of fuel it has. Sadly, you can't... Okay, maybe you can see the actual fuel you have if you hover there. I'm not sure if it was quality fuel or just the normal nuclear fuel. And now I can basically start to build the electric engine factory. So this will be a new design. Now I'm in the prototyping phase. I just don't know how exactly it should look. Sadly, they have no way of passing through the lubricant, so I need to get it in from somewhere. I'm almost thinking about having a design that I would otherwise not use. Basically like this. This will of course make some... I mean, it will have less beacon effects on each individual machine. Might also have more beacons in the middle instead. And then have so I might pass through the lubricant from side to side. That would be an option. I wonder how many other recipes there are that need to be made in assemblers and need a fluid. I guess concrete, but concrete is not very intermediate and doesn't need to be produced that much. I guess I mean specifically intermediates that need or that can utilize productivity and are used in science packs somehow. So what does it need most? Probably green circuits. I could even have belts on the outside and even more belts on the outside. Belts that are belt weaved and in this case with a gap to make up for the gap that the pipe needs. Not really sure how to do it otherwise. Might just try to come up with another design, but I don't think I will. So basically if I have on the outside one ingredient, on the inside I will have the other ingredient and the outputs. I could theoretically have something like this with pipes going through. This might be almost better if it works. And by pipes going through, I mean underground pipes like this. This uses a lot of pipes, but it should be possible to pass it through that way. And just because I like both of these designs, I want to somehow save them. I guess I might just basically throw that into my blueprints somehow, and then I can get rid of that. I don't need to store that anywhere. And what I might do now is mirror this. And then maybe have engines in the middle. Not sure if I want beacons in between or not. Engines would be in the middle because they would be taken from both sides. It wouldn't matter if I had beacons in the middle, but also I don't have beacons in the middle for the engine production. So maybe I'll just have a similar design. And since the diminished beacons, I guess I could also get away with using less beacons. I also already know where I might put the power poles. Maybe I only need them on one side. If this is a combined design. This needs to be speed. And then I need inserters. And I guess in the middle there will be engines, and on the outside green circuits. And now I can just spam this basically. And also I could just have the power poles in the middle instead. They should reach both beacon sides, and then I don't have to care. But it would be nice if I didn't use that many power poles. Basically, I could try to get rid of some of them. Sadly, not enough. But this should be good enough anyway. Not sure where I would go in terms of roboports. I might just place the roboports first. Relative, I guess 16 width, and the height might just be 18, or some other number, I guess 12, because that is the number when the power poles repeat. Yeah, I'll just copy this place basically. And I will also stick that in the blueprints library. And now I want to have some roboports in certain locations. And then I'm supported by robots if they want to send me a lot of that stuff. Now I can basically move this around or remove this and instead use the blueprint that I made. And eventually I will keep some order in my blueprints. Right now I couldn't be bothered. I don't know if I could do it right here. Maybe I would need to do this the other way around. Basically the engines come out of the bottom of this factory to then go up. Not really sure where I would store or where I would input the engines, electric engines, into stations. Why doesn't this work? I guess yeah, it's not good enough. I'll just keep it that way here. This should work. Maybe that's good enough for now. Now I just need to connect the pipes and feed in some green circuits and engines. I might just have the engines go around. And they will be combined with splitters. Maybe with a 4-to-4 balancer. For now I just need... Yeah, I guess I'll just take 3 of them. More of them can't be produced anyway. And the good thing is I might just go through here. Don't have to go anywhere else. Okay, need to provide the engines to... Okay, that might be problematic. I don't see a way to immediately fix this here. Another thing that I might of course do is provide the engines the other way around. Then I would have to rotate all the blueprints, or all the blue belts in the blueprints. Or I just have to say I don't care and instead move the roboports. That's not too bad actually. Don't have to be too perfectionistic in my placement of roboports. And now at least the engines go through. Could also feed in the lubricant from the bottom. Then I don't have to also find space to put that here. So the engines should be going through. Now I will just connect the lubricant. So lubricant has gone everywhere where it should. Now I just need the green circuits, which might be a little bit more difficult. I think what I should do is make all those underground belts blue. This will also reduce the length that they can travel. I guess I need to start from right about here. So blue. I can remove that to have some more flexibility. Now I have a bunch of engines in my inventory. Not anymore. All those gear wheels can go away. The steel as well. And then the research is done again. Want to look how the purple science is doing. Still seems to be sort of a bottleneck, but I guess generally the science shouldn't have a problem, apart from me forgetting to add new research. So for some reason, this is an odd amount of engine machines. And there I have 14 per column, which is fine or good enough. And I will now try to get 6 green circuit belts down. It's good that it's not at all dangerous to stand around here. Also, I'm thinking about moving those green circuit lanes a bit further. Maybe I need to just move where these roboports are. I want to go around here. How about I just copy this longest connection? And then I will copy all of this. And build a bunch of tunnels here. Good night, Rory. Have a good sleep and a good next days. This is a good length. I almost feared that I had to make a new blueprint or shorten that tunnel somehow, but it's actually very well. Now I just need to find a way to get all of them into the right places. I guess I will start from the back, maybe. Start backwards from the back. This will look a bit chaotic, but it will do the job. If I turn everything around. Okay, this could actually be just a belt. Then I could have this go further. I might just have this be the final one. Like that. I guess this robopod is also not in the best position to help me. So I will just have more robopods in different positions. So now I might just remove that little bend. So we are already producing some electric engines, or I guess some already have been produced. I guess I would put electric engines in a train and do the further processing elsewhere. I still need batteries for the flying robot frames. And I guess electric engines are also used in other products where I would want to use them then. So, and this could also be a shorter or a longer tunnel, I mean. A shorter waste of tunnel. Where will this be going? I think I'm already there, basically. And then the next one will be here. So now things are quite easy. Just need to put this actually through. There. I guess belt weaving in the initial phase is also quite helpful. Not just belt weaving in the actual factories, which I have in the middle of the factories. Okay, there's a little problem that I will try to solve. Now it should be solved. Basically, I would have stood in my own way with the green circuits. But now I can just go down there without any weird belt magic. So, and this is slightly problematic, but I can just bend it through. And the sign of a successful finish of this should be that all of these belts will be full on both sides with electric engines. And I guess the results will just go into a train station on this side. I will stand there just to be closer to the necessary building of these rail supports. So this will be electric engine pickup. I guess I will make them slightly red. I'm not exactly sure which kind of red. How about slightly pink? Don't really have many pink things except maybe holmium ore. Okay, then I will have some loading stations. Then some fueling. And I guess then I just need some kind of splitter magic. And I will still have a 4-to-4 balancer. Because obviously I have 3 belts of output that want to go into 4 different train wagons. Not really sure what I would want to do with the remaining space in that belt, in that rail block. I theoretically might still fit half of that, or double, or I mean a copy of that. Basically what I mean to say is it only occupies half of the rail block, and there are still some edges that are not properly utilized. I might even have 4 of those engine production lines and then 4 of those electric engine production lines. It would just require some reworking maybe to get around some space issues. That is slightly off. Or not. It is off, yes. Okay, and then those will have to go down. I have this longest tunnel. I guess I only need 3 for now. And I guess it will take quite some time until 3 of those factory rows will not be enough. Something didn't work there. Okay. Now I would just need a train and a target station and a factory at the target station. This gets filled rather quickly. So I guess it will be quite problematic to produce batteries. But if I have batteries, which I then should also put into a train, I might then be able to produce flying robot frames in a separate rail block somewhere. Or I mean, if I'm totally weird, I might just do that here, but I think it would be worth doing it elsewhere. I should have some trains that carry around green circuits. Maybe not enough, but some. There are three trains with this stop. I guess I might be able to make more of them. And also feed more of them. Also, this rather uses slow inserters. I guess I was quite stingy at that point, if that's the word, for not wanting to waste too much stuff. So there's sulfuric acid. There's molten copper and molten iron. What? Molten iron is there, yes. I think I might even have battery production right here. So this will be battery pickup. Not sure what color I might use for batteries. Maybe since they have this red and blue thing on the top, I might use purple as a mix of red and blue. Basically half dark. Might just go there. That's not very far away, actually. Need to figure out where I am. I think, yeah, I'm already basically filling many of these rail blocks with factories. So at some point I need to be aware where I can actually put something without getting conflicts of interest. The blue circuit factory was the one that I filled in here to basically use up green and red circuits. Green circuits that I'm producing quite close to this. And also to have blue circuits for the yellow science and other things. This also looks quite fancy from space. And these 12 splitters look a bit like a face of a tentacle monster or something. Anyway, I wanted to go to battery pickup. That's where I was just now. I just forgot totally because it's not yet built. There's not yet any signs of this. Not yet sure how to fit things in here. One thing I might want to do to get more space is to move the whole belt snake around a bit. I think I have a little solution for that. So first I will cut all these lanes. I wonder whether there's a balancer somewhere. I guess there's no 12 to 12 balancer, which I will now implement. I guess theoretically I would need a 8 to 8 balancer, but I don't yet know a good one. So basically I will not have one. So, and now this should be emptied. Then I could basically remove this for now. And then the idea would be to move things to the left from this place onward. And then I should have almost half of this rail block available potentially to make batteries. I think this should be the full length of those underground belts. Relative. And there's a little problem. I guess it's fine. Can get around that problem. Might have to also remove those undergrounds. And I can already provide some inputs there. 8 in total. And then I might just provide things from this side. So I just need to basically either move this roboport. I guess I might just do that. The other solution would have been to build more tunnels. And there I have a similar issue. But I think there I will choose more tunnels. And now the green circuits are going to the red circuit production again. I hope that didn't cause too much delay and problems, because the red circuit trains have to wait, of course, and maybe no more electric furnaces will be produced during that time. I want to see the purple science production. There might still be enough electric furnaces, actually. They are still a little bit happy. They still have red circuits. And the productivity modules are also still there. I guess there was enough backup in these chests. It's always good to have some backup for those kinds of rebuilds. And now I might work on 4 battery production factories and cryogenic plants. Somewhere like here. I guess I need productivity modules, since batteries don't have a... what's it called? Productivity research. So I will need speed modules. Might already place a few roboports just temporarily or something like that, to basically be able to get some stuff here. And eventually I might still move this around a little bit, maybe just now. Although I will need a bunch of output lanes and then do something with the output lanes. So I'm not sure how that will work exactly. And I'm not sure whether I want to use a splitter of some sort or a balancer. So this is just work in progress for now. I will need a lot of iron and copper plates. I want to get rid of all of these green circuits. And I might also just place some substations. So 92.9 batteries per second will be the output. I think that can be provided by only 2 output lanes. I guess I should use a balancer. Something like this everywhere. Does even fit there. Okay, underground tunnel thing. ideally in the correct place. And I forgot again that I have research to do. So each one of these, I might as well just use a balancer, because what if one of these machines for some reason doesn't produce enough at a particular moment? Then at least I can make sure that all of them give something. I need to check where exactly I can place this balancer. I think this should be fine. Or even this. There's not yet any sulfuric acid. I will provide that before I do anything else. Okay. Now I just need to provide iron and copper. And that's just 30 per second. So I guess one foundry for each should be enough. I'll just copy a random foundry setup like this one. One for one thing and one for the other. But first I want to set this, basically in this case, to iron. I have to figure out where the iron is coming from. It might just be coming from there. Hope there's still enough. And the copper should be much easier to get. Okay. So I will probably also try to balance some outputs there. And then put this into, yes, a balancer. Yes, that's what I said, I guess, by saying I want to balance it. I'm already a little bit tired. I guess I'm always tired in terms of not making sense with my words. So I guess I will have one iron on this side, one copper on this side. And then I will basically have two inserters for each. And copy this. And now I just need the copper factory. I might even just copy the whole thing and just change the recipe in a moment. And I guess I need more speed modules. I hope they can be delivered. Speed. Maybe not. I don't see legendary speed modules anywhere. So one thing I could do as a little remedy would be to use epic ones for now. Guess I don't need to produce that many at the moment. But I wonder what's up with the production and what I could do to make more. I guess that's maybe a problem for another day. Maybe a problem for a better quality grinding design. Maybe also a problem for a train-based module factory. I wonder why this doesn't produce any more, or why this doesn't throw any of them there. Maybe because I have enough quality modules somewhere. But do I also have them generally? I guess I do have enough in the system. I have 500 quality modules level 3. I have only 340 legendary productivity modules left. I think I need to restart my legendary productivity module production, which will involve some biters getting angry within my factories. So basically I need to set those factories or those requester chests to request biter eggs again, which will now be more easy because the biter egg production is closer to this place. Previously it wasn't as easy. guess setting each individually is a bit tedious, but at least, I mean, it's many different designs, so it would be also tedious to copy each individual kind of design. And then there's a tree in the way. And I know that many of these factories are actually producing the same, but I still want to individually copy every request, because I might otherwise forget something. So many of these factories are not yet working because they are the wrong quality, and I don't yet have uncommon quality biter eggs, but that's fine. And now I will also have some laser turrets on the other side, just to have more protection. And apparently I don't have that quality, or I do have that quality of laser turrets. I thought I didn't, but I want to still have a look. I have only 69 laser turrets and only 5 legendary. Something is going on there, maybe. Most of the laser turrets are actually sent to space, to go to Glebber, potentially. Even though I should maybe not request that many on Glebber. So there are a bunch of laser turrets here. Legendary ones. I might just be happy with 300 at this point. And I thought about producing flamethrowers on Glebber and providing them with some kind of light fuel, maybe. That's the to-do, because at some point the wall was there. And I think the pentapods are not very happy with flames, so that would be the thinking behind that. Maybe Tesla turrets and flamethrowers together. Then I only have to provide the oil, and I don't have to provide that much electricity to cover all the walls, all the potential attack entry vectors. Okay, I will now connect all of these. And now I just need to provide copper in the molten form. The research is still doing fine, but I might add some more. So now we have copper plates going out. And there we have batteries with just slightly annoying speed. But I didn't connect this yet. So 4 of those factories. And the inserters can handle the outputs, that's a good thing. So I don't need more than that. It might be more than a full belt, I think. If something says 60 items per second, like that belt says, it might mean 60 slots per item on a belt. It might mean 240 because it's a stacked belt. 4 items stacked on top of each other, but basically not more than 240 per second. And this seems to be somewhat half or a little bit less than half full per belt. And these factories don't really have to work much. Might even have to, or be able to remove some of those beacons again to save beacons and even those speed modules. I'll still keep these speed modules here because they are at full speed and not even utilizing all the resources or all the output belts. I think I won't really be able to arrive at yellow science today. I might dedicate a spot to yellow science. It might be right up here. And I might have green circuits. Another green circuit factory, maybe in this half of the rail block. And then I thought, of course, it's not yellow science we're talking about, but flying robot frames. And basically I will just have this here as a reminder for that. I will probably not be able to produce this right now. So I will now move where I have the molten iron coming in, because I potentially want to have the space on the left ready for another green circuit factory. I don't think there's any easy spot to get molten iron except from here. Maybe I'll just do that then. Should not go too close to the molten copper. So now that is connected, I can remove this connection, hopefully without damaging anything. The molten iron pipe is still full, so I think that should mean everything is still intact. Theoretically, I might also try to have twice as many factories for batteries. But this could also be a bit more compact. And then I might achieve something like that at some point in the future if I ever think that this amount of batteries is not enough. So if I make flying robot frames up here, then I don't really need to use this train to get the batteries there. I might still use batteries for something else, maybe accumulators, but I might just either take batteries from behind the station or take them from here and split things again before I put them into the station. There are multiple options that I will not entirely go through right now. Another thing that I might now do is look at this 16-lane green circuit factory, which is basically this down here. Let me see if I can place it on top. I think it's exactly that. And now I will basically just place this here, trying to save some space at the bottom. I guess this should be alright. Might also put this a bit further to the left. I'm still lacking some blue, speed modules. And now I should add some more underground belts because I killed some. Okay, and there's a problem with the pipe. How about this goes a bit further, or this starts a bit later? I hope there's no similar problem. I guess there is, but this can also be solved somehow. So this is molten iron. I could of course have organized everything a little bit better to not have things go to the right, to then go all the way around and then to the left. I could have made a factory that also outputs this way and then somehow brings it over. But I guess now that's the way I have organized it, and I might always, if I double my output at some point, or if I want to double my output at some point, redesign the whole factory. But for now this is fine enough. So we have copper cables, and then I just need to connect iron, molten iron, okay, and there are the first green circuits. They will go up through here to be used in flying robot frames. And then I also need steel, which I can just get from molten iron. That is available, as we know. I just need to figure out how far away it is, or what the pipe extents are. Can't really see that at the moment, except I don't think hovering over any of these map elements will show me the pipe extents of the iron, the molten iron. But I guess one of these blocks shouldn't be more than 300. And even if I could just add a few more pumps. So I need electric engines, batteries, green circuits, and steel for the Flying robot frames. I'll just already add the station wing for the electric engines. May already set the name. So I guess I didn't really get to yellow science today. I still have some yellow science production down in my base. But this is basically all yellow science production that I have at the moment, and it's not much. I only use yellow science occasionally in researches, but if I want to use it constantly and keep to my 557k science per minute, then I need to go much further up with my production. But I guess this is it for today. Thank you for watching and see you another time.